71 years, the Darlington Raceway has been a staple of American stock car racing and its history. History will once again be made here today as the POG Series and its drivers will attempt to dance with the Lady in Black in the second annual Hooters Southern 100. Hello again, everyone. I'm Jordan here along with Cat, Pirate, and Nate, and we're looking forward to presenting you one of POG's crown jewel races here from the track Too Tough to Tame. Adam Garcia in the number 40 Bobby Unser Tribute scored his first career win last weekend at Talladega after holding off a fast-approaching trumpet. As a result, Adam comes into Darlington as the points leader with only 6 races remaining after today. Adam might be in prime championship form. We'll have to wait and see. Raz, the number 54 Hooters Toyota, is the defending winner of the Hooters Southern 100. Interestingly enough, last year Raz also had to hold off trumpet in the final laps. Keep an eye on Raz tonight, and don't be surprised if he shows up late in the race. And finally, the Daytona winner Dokken in the number 98 GSL Mercedes has jumped to 5th in points after his strong run at Talladega. He has also moved into the Rookie of the Year position by just 1 point over fellow GSL driver Fish in the number 7. Keep an eye on the green and white throwback to the Zach Speeds Mercedes to see if Dokken can keep up the speed. And with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get him qualified and get the Hooters 100 underway. Nice.
That stays in.
Hit that pit wall.
Oh!
Alright, Brent about it. Oh, we're wrecking.
That's
Where?
Raz.
It's Raz.
Drivers, start your engines!
Engines have fired here in Darlington, and now for your starting lineup of the Hooters Southern 100.
Row 1 is Kreisman and Cameron. Row 2 is Alondo and Mr. October. Row 3 is Dale and Taco. Row 4 is Sean and Julia. Row 5 is Ant and Nate. Row 6 is Derek and Vuko. Row 7 is Balto and Jordan. Row 8 is Mountain and David. Row 9 is Dr. Lattimore and Rico Pog. Row 10 is Raz and Hayden. Row 10 is Adam and Brent. Row 12 is Pirate and Azza. Row 13 is 21 Master and Trumpet. Row 14 is Mike and Dega. Row 15 is Garth and Landon. Row 16 is Dog King and Irish. Row 17 is Fish and Logan. And row 18 is Soggy.
That was a quick look at some of these awesome paint schemes we've got rolling around this track here in South Carolina. Throwback race for the POG Series, so it's fun to see a lot of these guys get involved and put fun designs on their race cars for tonight.
And it's probably the most fun race of the year because Darlington is also the longest race and is where these designers can show their stuff. And it's going to be over 90 laps. It should be a lot of fun.
How fitting that Kreisman gets his first ever pole. Kreisman Designs finally has something to show on this season after a strong run at Talladega last week. He's going to lead him down to the green flag here as the pace car drops down pit road and field's in the hands of Kreisman and Conrail as they head off of 4 here. Bringing him down nice and slow into the restart zone. Green flag is out. The Hooters Southern 100 is underway here from Darlington.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Now we're underway.
That was a lot longer front straightaway than I thought it was.
Kreisman and Conrail took their sweet time.
Oh, yeah. Down into 1 for the first time. Kreisman's going to get a good drive on the bottom there and drive clear of the 44 of Conrail. Tries to bring Alondo in that 11 car with him.
And Alondo's going to settle in behind Conrail. And they're going to pretty much go single file coming out of 4.
It's hard to run double file through several of these corners here at Darlington, particularly 1 and 2, so keep an eye on that as they head down here to start lap 2.
If you recall an event from season 1, Jordan got into the 48 and turned him around in season 2, in turn 2.
And down the back straightaway here, we got that is what's your name? That's Derek Northrup side by side with Julia in that number 75. Man, it's a rough night so far.
The 99 is in a Carl Edwards throwback, and Julia is in another
Roush car.
Another Roush car, the 99.
Jeff Burton's 2000 throwback.
The X-Side car.
There's a Jamie McMurray throwback on board with Dale.
And probably my favorite throwback is that 33 Amello. It's the final car in Excel Racers that Vert Wheeler drove. And obviously, number placement's different, but who cares? It's a beautiful scheme.
You did it last year, so why not?
I heard you, Nate. Anyways, Mello...
Field's starting to stretch out here on lap 4 here. Getting nice and spread out. This is what they do at Darlington. You can't pack race here.
Otherwise, we'd be all group up together and be in the wall.
Here's Nate and his throwback to, would that be? That's Jack Sprague, right?
Yes, Jack Sprague.
Jack Sprague in what was the Net Zero #0 car. Now it's the worth #9.
Now it's actually worth something and not worth 0.
God.
Wow.
Wow. Low-hanging fruit.
Anyways, last week's winner, Adam here.
Yep, being chased down by defending champion Jordan in that. Adam in a Bobby Unser throwback, Jordan in an Alex Bowman throwback.
And behind them is Vuko in a Stuart Friesen throwback. Actually, not like long. It's very recent.
Yep, that's actually technically a current throwback, as Stuart Friesen still runs that scheme.
Yeah, because Vuko's cheap as hell.
No, he's not. He's just a proud Canadian man. And he's cheap as hell. Then one of the most loyal and faithful throwbacks in the field, right in there behind him, is that #4 car, David Garcia. I'm not quite sure what driver it's thrown back to, but it's the
I think we should
Morgan
do
McClure
Sterling
Racing
Marlin.
#4.
We could say Sterling Marlin.
For sure, it's the Morgan McClure Racing #4 Kodak Max car that they would have run in the kind of early mid 2000s, 90s, kind of through mid 2000s.
Late
You're
90s.
You're on there.
Very faithful recreation on board that 4 car.
Starting to become more single file and spread out. Not much double file through the entire pack. The Weed Man.
And a throwback to Janet Guthrie.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yep.
That is what that is?
That's what that is.
Okay.
Well, thank you for telling me, because I had no idea what that throwback was.
Under attack from Kurt Busch. Or sorry, that's 21 Master.
Totally honest about 21 Master Scheme, I didn't expect to see Gatorade on a Sharpie car. What kind of flavor would that Gatorade be?
Spicy.
Licorice.
Ew! Licorice Gatorade?
Now this 22 car, this throwback for Brent is a throwback to one of I can't remember the exact story, whether it's somebody that raced at his local track or if it's somebody that he was just kind of always a fan of in local short track racing. Drove this car that was quite similar to Jeff Gordon's car from 2001. However, it had a number 34 on the door, and Brent went ahead and put his number on the door of it and brought it to Darlington. So this is a cool story. Brent always liked this car, and now he gets to race it on track.
And then if we want to look at the Nickelodeon monster back there, Garth is running Garth's running a Tony Stewart throwback to where I think it was Shrek 2, if I'm correct.
I think you're right.
Yes, that's what explains why there's green on there. And also, technically, this is the first time that any car in the series is sponsored by Home Depot.
Shrek is love. Shrek is life.
Oh, no.
I hate you.
There was a truck this season that was sponsored by Home Depot, but not here in the Cup
Porker
Series. Yep, Porker.
You know what? It makes it worse when you think about Shrek is love, Shrek is life, and Sam is right there.
Anyways, look at the next throwback.
Yep, the second Hooters entry in this race, fishing that #7, driving an Alan Kulwicki car. This is also a very faithful throwback with the number and sponsor correct. And right in front of him, actually, is the number 98 Adakin, driving a throwback to an old rally car of Mercedes, which was for Zach Speed Racing. Very nice recreation there. And then there's Trumpet, driving a throwback to one of his favorite drivers' win at his home track at Texas Motor Speedway. This is a throwback to when Matt Kenseth drove the Crown Royal Black Ford to victory lane at Texas, and I think it was 2010.
Yes,
Yes.
or 11, whichever one.
And in
And
there
then
behind him,
Probably the most iconic Xfinity Series throwback is the Jeff Burton / Scott Wimmer / I think Kevin Harvick Holiday Inn
and
car.
Boyer also drove it too.
Yeah, Boyer also did drive it.
This one was picked because of Scott Wimmer. Logan's favorite driver in NASCAR was Scott Wimmer, so that's why this one was picked.
And people forget, Scott Wimmer actually did win a race in that scheme. I think it was at Nashville.
Next in line there, back behind Scott Wimmer. This number 41 is super soggy. I think this car looks awesome. This Kevin Harvick throwback to, I think this was the 2002 car. This thing just looks cool. No, whatever way you look at it, this thing's awesome.
Correction, it's 2003.
Is that 2003?
Yeah. Still a great scheme, though.
And finally, shotgun on the field. A guy who's led the points quite a bit so far this year. You might not recognize him due to the number change for one race. This is actually Captain, normally the 26 car for Real Jordan Racing, driving a 14 car with Reynolds wrap on the hood of it in memoriam of Eric McClure, who passed away this year. One of Captain's favorite drivers throughout the Nationwide and Xfinity Series in its infancy, and just a very nice tribute to Eric McClure and everything he did for the sport.
Never to be forgotten.
Up front, looks like Conrail's closing the gap a little bit here on Kreisem. He was 1.8 seconds back, and he's driven up to 0.8 seconds back.
Yeah, not much change. I think Kreisem was ahead by a while, but then Conrail was starting to catch back up. Alonso and Mello have been settled in third and fourth. Dale in fifth as well.
Can we talk about what kind of a great points day it would be for this 27 if he could stay up here? And the 44.
Kreisem sits 33rd in points as we speak. Conrail sits 25th in points as we speak. So this would be huge points days for those two if they were able to finish it off where they currently run. And then if you look a little bit further back at Dale in that 3 car, Dale is actually 34th in points, second to last. So he's in need of something great here as well.
It's in a Jamie McMurray throwback, when Jamie McMurray entered the 42.
Looks like there's about, what is that, about 13 car breakaway?
About 11 back to the 24.
The 24. Then back of him, there's a huge gap to Mountain and Nate. Mountain and Jimmy Johnson throwback to the 2011 Talladega race.
I think you meant Balto and Mountain, not Mountain and Nate, because Nate is...
Oh, no, that's the gap.
Okay, yeah.
It looks like Mountain might be holding up the 9 a little bit here. Nine's kind of getting there close. He might want to go as Vuko attacks Jordan back there.
Oh, man, a pass on track. Haven't seen that in a while.
Jordan got a little high up there, and he's going to get passed by at least 3 cars. Oh, it might be 4 if Ricochet... he's going to get the wall.
He's got to keep it out of the wall. That was real close. Settles out side by side with Ricochet back there.
Ricochet gave him room.
Jordan had a strong, I think it was a top 5 run in last year's Southern 100. He's going to need to figure something out here today. He's dropping back pretty heavy right now.
It looks like he finally settled in the line. Nope, never mind.
Nope, they're not done yet.
He's just got to scrape his way. I think he's going to be able to...
I think that'll do it.
Master. Yes. Yeah, he's all good. But
Finally settles back in line.
Lost
about 6 spots.
Conrail's really catching the 27 here.
He and Alonso have both driven up on the back bumper of the 27.
Alonso's given Conrail a little bit of a push to get to Kreisem.
It looks like Alonso might actually be faster than the 44 because he's a lot closer to the 44 than the 44 is to the 27. That or they've been kind of somehow working together at Darlington, pushing each other around this racetrack, trying to go catch that leader, Kreisem.
Turn 2 looks like it's the part of the track that'll make or break your run because Conrail was able to get behind Kreisem, but then after turn 2, he completely faltered.
Lost a little bit that lap, but they're still on the bumper of that number 27, that rookie for GSL.
Oh, wow. Man, that run.
Yeah, they're closing in big time that time.
Oh, my cat's
got a good exit that time. Closed in a little bit, but Kreisem likes it back out down the back straight.
Kreesem's really good off of 2.
48, I was wrong. He wasn't holding up the 9 as the 48's broken free of that little pack behind him. He's trying to drive up there and catch the 24, and he's in the wall off of 4. Well, now he is a little slower than the 9. So Mountain gets the wall.
A lot of ground.
Commentator's curse, the second I talk about him.
That's the real fun thing about Darlington. You can put it right there on the edge, but you have literally no room to overstep it, and it will get you back. Darlington will bite you.
So Mountain's our first Darlington stripe of the evening that we know of.
Yeah, that we've seen on camera.
Now we'll see if Nate's ever able to do anything to run down those leaders.
Ooh, Adam's looking a little bit on Raz.
Looking, taking a peek down there to the inside. Not quite anywhere to go yet.
Ooh, went a little too low.
It's a really weird line he just ran.
Might be looking for some somewhat clean air on the nose of that car. Maybe a little bit of downforce needed on the front end of this Ford. Meanwhile, back at the front, battle for the lead is still heating up, as Alonso's now been caught by Mello in that 33, and Conrail's still attacking on the back bumper of that 27. And Dale's right in there to pounce at any chance.
Another pretty good run would be the number 39 of Sean there. Sean hasn't had much to show this season either.
If he would win today, all 3 of the Garcia Haas cars have won a race this year.
Sean currently sits 24th in points.
Another one is Taco. He's in a really good consistency streak lately.
Mm-hmm.
He nearly won at Watkins Glen that we thought that he was going to get.
A less than perfect run of 34th at Talladega last weekend, but prior to that, he ran 2nd at Watkins Glen.
And had a top 5 run at Texas.
A hit or miss last few races for that 50 car, but he's looking strong so far here today, run 6th. As Kreisem has driven away from Conrail.
Conrail car, it seems to be coming in and then fading real quick.
Yeah. Going back to Taco, by the way, you may have noticed that Nintendo is on the car, but the throwback is actually one of Wii's most scariest games, Wii Fit. Like, no one can touch the game because they're going to see what their weight's going to be like. I think we've all related to that.
Now, who was the driver of this? Was this a Franchitti car?
Greg Biffle.
This was, I think, a... Wait,
It was both Frankie and Biffle.
I think this one's meant to represent the Franchitti.
Yeah, it's
CGR
Franchitti.
numbers.
Yep.
5.
Okay, snake.
Sorry, MC.
Conrail mounting another charge on the 27. I think we've created the 550 package.
It certainly seems like it.
I mean, we're trying to find this stuff out.
Still plenty going on here at Darlington.
Oh,
As
man,
now the
just wait till
99,
pit stop.
oh,
You know,
oh
though-
God.
Yeah, it's a long snake right there. Going back to the main pack, I actually noticed that Julia has caught the main pack. Like, she went from the second pack straight to the first pack within, like, 5 laps. There she is.
She's kind of been tucked up onto the back of that 39 of Sean for a little while here. She started around 8th. I think she's just kind of stayed where she is. But the 99, the 72, and the 24 have all kind of dropped off from the back of that front pack. They're actually starting to break the front pack in half now behind Mello. And now Nate's trying to catch that 24. Has reached about the 1/3 way here through this race. We'll have 29 to 92.
The top 8 have stayed the same from where they started the race.
That's concerning.
Pays to be out front as Conrail's there on the back bumper of the 27, and he's brought the 11 and the 33 with him.
Will it be able to
Seems
do
to happen
anything?
a lot. Seems to happen a lot where the double numbers run together. 44, 11, 33. I've seen
That's
that
the
several
light
times
that's
this
on.
season.
And the 77, nowhere to be seen.
A nice little dig at Pirate Man YT.
Thanks, Nate.
Currently running 19th. Londo looked like he had
99's
a
in the
moment
top
there off of 2.
Londo might have gotten loose off of 2, dropped off the back bumper of that 44 a little bit.
Man, we really did create the 550 package.
I mean, pit stops are going to come anytime soon. And
That could
we-
very
well,
heavily
we know
shake
it-
up the field.
we all know
very.
what the problem is going to be when entering pit road.
We
'cause
saw it last year. Could it happen again? I think, who did he get last year? Vuko and Balto.
Yep,
we got
Vuko.
Vuko, Balto, Hayden,
And then
no,
everybody after the race.
I think he actually did get Garth, and then he got Keith, who's now in trucks.
Soon to be out of trucks.
Oh, Mello's
Mello.
in the wall.
Oh,
He's going to lose a spot to Dale. That's going to be the first pass for position inside the top 8 in this race so far.
Oh, and
then
Melo's
Melo's
gonna lose a
dropping
lot
back.
more.
He stepped on that Hot Wheels car.
He shot the pipeline too much.
He's got to be careful
Trying
not
to
to do it
settle in
again.
here. Oh, yeah. So Melo's going to settle in line behind the 39 of Sean.
Melo's feeling the burn now.
He's trying to get that 33 car felt out. See, oh, Kreesem's in the
Kreesem's
wall, in the
in the
lead.
wall.
Julia's in the wall as well. Tire's starting to wear out here at Darlington as now Conrail's
pass
under
for the
attack.
lead.
Conrail's
Here
to the
goes
inside of
Conrail.
Kreesem, and here comes Cameron Tracy looking for the lead here at Darlington. And he's going to bring Alondo with him.
Oh,
Oh, Londo, be careful. You don't want to get too high.
That's what we saw last year.
He still has
It's always-
now he has.
Always off a turn, too. That's the part of the track that scares you as a driver. Because that's where everything narrows up so much. Because the egg shape of this track, that first turn is more than just a 180-degree turn. It's about about 190 degrees, 10-degree off back straightaway because the koi pond that they had to watch out for down in turn 3 when constructing this track in 1949.
Is this the first time that Conrail has led a lap at all?
I think he's led, but this is the first time he's taken the lead that I know of.
Yes.
Green flag pit stops. That's the only time he's led. Well, no, he
So
led a lap at
Conrail.
Daytona.
Yes.
That is true, yes. First time Conrail's taken a lead on a non-plate track. We'll call it that.
And he is in a Bill Davis throwback.
Is that a Blaney car?
Yes,
likely,
Dave
yes.
Blaney,
Okay.
yes.
That is a Dave Blaney. I could never tell if it was Scott Wimmer or Dave Blaney. Anybody else they had drive
Ward
that
Burton.
car? Wide Bart.
Wood.
But
Wildby. So Kreisum goes from first to third, gets passed by Conrail and Alondo. Settles in there. Man, that wall is grippy. If you get up there, you can expect to lose at least 3 spots.
Yeah, it really depends on where you are. If you're mid-pack, you might lose 5 or 6.
Julia got lucky when she got up into it. She only lost 1. But certainly not somewhere you want to be. Alondo up there on the bumper of the 44.
now you said earlier that Alondo might have a faster car than Conrail. Let's see what would happen with now Conrail in fresh air and see if Alondo can still catch him.
Lap 37 to 92 in the books here at Darlington as we're watching Alondo try to get that big run off the top
Ooh,
side. He's
wow.
going to have it.
Wow, he's got
What a run by Alondo off of turn 2, down the back straightaway to the bumper of the 44. Conrail's protecting low. He's trying to say, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it on the outside.
Alondo could. He can maybe try to pass Conrail on the outside.
If he's
And that's
close
brought
enough,
Got a good
Kreisum
run.
right back into it.
Was
As
someone
much
on
as-
pit road?
I don't think so. Not yet.
Yeah, that'd be a little early for that.
Nate, do you have any idea when we could expect to start seeing green flag pit stops here?
Armageddon.
Okay.
not fair.
That's my favorite lap. I'm thinking they could go maybe, what, you think 42 to 50?
I think right around there.
Yeah.
God help him if it's 42, because that's going to put him in a weird mileage position if this race goes green.
My worry is that if it's lap 48, because that would be around the time where we're halfway. Oh wait, let me do math for a second.
Ooh,
46.
Alondo got it. Alondo washed up the hill there. That's going to let Kreisum down to the inside. Here comes
Alondo-
Dale with the tow.
I think the
Alondo
11
didn't
still
do
has
well.
it. Yeah, he still
Yep,
got
he's
it.
clear. The speed out of those B&M cars allows him to just drive away down the straightaway with a little bit of a draft off of the 44 Conrail.
Well, Dale's got a good run. Try to make a move there. Oh, you better watch
Crazy.
out though. Taco's there.
Kreisum in the throwback to a Ryan Newman car. I can't remember what the exact sponsor was back when Newman ran
Kodak.
this scheme. Was it Kodak?
It
Yep.
was another Kodak.
Kreisum running those familiar colors. As Alondo once again sets off down the back straightaway with a huge run up to the leader Conrail.
Ooh, he slid up way up there, but it seems to be working.
Not a turn. Conrail gets a good exit. I'm getting nervous with every passing lap.
Pit stops. They're waiting.
Pit stops looming. When will they come?
I'm keeping an eye on those caution lights.
This is a very tricky pit road to get into.
All the sand and dirt that washes up from the surrounding areas around the racetrack all piles up down there on that bottom lane, so it's really easy to run wide and either miss pit road or hit pit road in the way you maybe don't want to hit pit road, which is you ram into the end of the barrels there on that inside
Dale-
wall.
Dale is caught in this pack.
Driven up to the back bumper of that 27 of Kreisum. Is there any way you can get around him?
Just like the 550 package. You can't pass!
It's tough to pass on a one-groove racetrack. You really only want to run the wall here at Darlington. Doing it on the bottom is possible, but it's difficult.
You have to stay alongside and maybe like side draft them, and then after the turn, you have to finish it in the next turn.
If you go side by side into turn 1, it's a matter of who blinks first. As
Oh,
Dale's
Dale's-
up there, touches the wall, gets off of it. We saw him get the wall down the back straightaway at Talladega last week. Put a little damage on the side of that 3 car.
It might be 46.
Now, if they go beyond halfway, then we're not going to have anything to worry about as far as fuel strategy.
Thank God.
Mello's made a nice recovery into 7th place after getting into that wall earlier while running in, I think it was, 3rd or 4th?
Mm-hmm. He's running 4th at the time.
Feels like he used a hyperpod to get back up there.
He literally stayed the exact same position he went to.
I will never get tired of making accelerations references. You guys can't stop.
Made a lot of them.
The 11.
Londo moving back in on the 44. Can he force Conrail into a mistake? Or is he going to have to get around him the old way? I don't think Alondo would have any grudges about using the chrome horn to get old Conrail up out of the way.
No, he wouldn't.
That was a little curious by Kreisevendale. Oh, they're being separated again.
I am so scared about pit stops. Because right about now is halfway in this race.
Yeah, it just turned halfway. 46 out of 92.
So if they come next time by, then there's a chance that they'll be able to make it on just one fuel load. Jordan's attacking Pirate back in the back. That Jasper Racing number 7. Oh, 21 Master up into the wall.
He got it good, too.
He got it real good. I saw sparks flying off that thing. He's still not clear. He's side by side with Garth as they fire off into turn 1.
He might be
able to
hold
turn
on
4.
to his position.
That's turn 4.
It's turn 4.
They'll race side by side down the back straight. Front straightaway. God.
Yeah, he got dumped.
All over.
Jeez, 21 Master got left in the dust.
Yeah, he did.
He's got a good run here on exit back up to the 61 Talladega, but I don't think he's going to be able to do anything with it.
You would think it'd be easy to drive on this track, but no, this is one of the harder tracks ever.
Jordan's still fighting with the Pirate. Now Ricochet, maybe. Still no sign of pitting. So they'll be able to make it easily on fuel, it would seem. That's how you make a pass work on the bottom lane. You got to drive it off hard into turn number 1 or turn number 3.
That is really close.
Slide up the track.
Wow, that was really close.
Now it's Mike Council and Hayden on the attack on Pirate. Hayden's got the door caved in on that number 16 Ford.
He's looking to get maybe more.
Pirate can't get off that high side.
Which is normally where you'd maybe want to be through 1 and 2. But right now he's got no momentum and he needs more than one lane to gain it back.
It looked like they had a run brewing to maybe get back by Hayden.
He's got to protect low against Garth here as he's driving in on him. I think that he's finally going to settle in. Yes, he will.
Well, Mazda's trying to get something working on the ice outside.
These all battles around, what is this round up, like the top 20, outside the top 20 in it.
Yes, Jordan is in 20th, so just a little outside top 20.
Trying to go up there and catch Ricochet and the Janet Guthrie throwback.
It is a big wad back in the pack.
Mm-hmm.
There's the
But now
William
up
Byron
there-
throwback.
Chris Lattimore and the Boy Scouts of America Chevrolet throwing it back to William Byron. Is this the truck or the Xfinity car?
This
Xfinity.
is the Xfinity car.
Then behind him is Raz, the defending race winner, not running a throwback this week, but that's what the other Hooters car is out there for. Oh, that was close.
That was
Thought
really
he was going to get. That reminded me of what Jordan did to that 48 car last year. Caught him off a 2 and dumped him.
He had to check up, too, because if he had gone any more farther, he probably could have turned the 67.
Speaking of the 48,
He's right there watching him. This throwback to Jimmy Johnson's thrilling win from Talladega in 2011,
Ooh,
which
Mountain
was
looked like
at
he
the
got
time
wall
the
real
closest
good.
finish in NASCAR. Oh, we got a car on pit road. It's David Garcia is going to be the first one to bite. He made it.
That's
And we all know that he
interesting.
survived.
Tires actually matter a whole lot here.
I think that's why we saw a couple guys get up into the wall there. Stuff's starting to give up on them.
So far,
Does
it's
anybody
really
else come?
do you guys hear Jaws music?
good. I hear it loud and clear.
Oh,
A
okay.
Pirate with a huge drive
Wow.
down on the inside of the racetrack.
He's gaining the positions back that he had lost.
Finally got down to that bottom line, able to make some moves. Now he traps the 17 up high. As the 4-car merges back out on the racetrack, he's going to go a lap down.
He actually,
right alongside his brother.
he merges back out right where he was. He's just now 1 lap down. Interesting. Some different strategy. Nobody else is coming in pit.
That is
Not quite
weird.
sure what the benefit of short pitting would be.
Other than
Wondering if maybe that was more of a damage stop, because I did see earlier that he had a bit of damage on the right side of that car. He'd put it up in the fence.
maybe. I don't know. Fresh tires do matter a lot here, but if you're way back 1 lap down, by the time you get them back, I don't think you'd really use them all that much. So
Fish is now having problems on the outside.
We frequently talk about guys that need good points days. Captain, Fish, Logan, Stoggy, Irish, all these guys that are running well in the points, running back here in the 30s. Same for David Garcia.
And interestingly enough, Adam, who's the points leader, he's not in the top 10. He's somewhere like in around the top 15. Yeah, 16th actually.
currently sitting 16th.
Ooh, Fish is having a bad day.
That car is
Fish
not
didn't have
driving well.
He blew up last week at Daytona, and now he's having a tough run here at Darlington. It's not been a good stretch of 2 races here for Fish in that 7, but it's not over yet. As Brent looks like he hit pit road, and Hayden. And the 48's also in. Looks like we're starting to get some leader stops.
There's some survival.
This Pirate continues to stalk Jordan in that 57.
There's the Jaws
Not like
music.
that all race. Subtly. It slowly goes up.
These are, if you think, these 3 at the front here that we're looking at right now, the 68, the 57, and the 77, were among probably some of your 3 best cars from last year as Julia hits pit road. Julia's the highest runner that's pit so far. She was running 9th. She's head on down.
I cannot believe that some of these guys haven't even pit yet.
Whoa, look at
David is flying.
David is flying.
Fast.
Oh!
Oh, he drives in hard on Nate. That was close.
He forced
Puts
Nate to the
Nate's in
wall.
That puts Nate in the wall.
Wow,
Oh, watch out, Lattimore.
Lattimore makes it down pit road.
Wow.
That was interesting. Nate didn't expect that 4 to be coming with that sort of speed. They got their damage fixed. That door is pounded back out.
Look at the grip he has. I'm telling you, those tires.
He's trying to go and unlap himself the
Please
old way.
frame that shot. Holy crap. Oh, probably
David
Kodak doesn't
Garcia.
know.
Oh, Mello might have just got the wall again.
Oh,
up at 3.
God. That's
Okay, the 99's coming down pit road. The 50, the 39. They're all hitting it.
Whoa.
As David
Oh
gets
my
another
God.
huge
David is
run through the center of the
flying.
corner.
I'm surprised that not many of these guys have pitted yet.
Brent has already pit, so he's coming out. He's trying to chase down the 11.
That would mean Brent would be the leader, wouldn't he? After
Brent is I believe Brent is first among cars that have pit. That does not take into account the 75 who was running 9th when she pit.
This is gonna
And
be
now the
messy
leaders
to
are
figure
coming
out.
down pit road, along with Trumpet, who's exiting, I believe.
Are there any callers in the wall back there? Oh,
Now
here
Here
the
come the
leaders are in.
leaders.
Here come all the
Oh,
leaders.
come
Oh,
on!
Ant's in the wall.
Oh, okay.
All right,
There
well,
we go.
Oh, Adam,
there
the
it
last
is.
week's winner's upside down. Defending champions, Jordan is in it. Pirate's in it.
No caution?
Caution is out.
Caution is
There
out
it
here at
is.
Darlington.
Oh, that's gonna be.
We knew it was going to happen. So who's this going to benefit? Who gets back on the lead lap? Who's going to come out the leader? I don't think that it'll be the guys that were currently out in front.
It could be David.
David was a lap down when the caution flag came out, so we'll have to see where they cycled out.
Oh!
Okay.
Whoa!
all right.
Balto and Julia make contact.
Whoa!
And Nate's in it. So
What in the
Balto
world is
unhappy
going
with
on?
Julia.
Oh my God.
What's going on here?
What is happening?
The 54's out with an accident.
The 54 hit the pit wall. He'll be eliminated
yeah,
from
he
this
did.
race, defending winner. And Julia got pile driven by Balto.
What?
She was going to be the leader.
She was going to be the race leader, looking to continue her top 10 streak at what it's currently 5.
Unbelievable.
Gets drilled by the 24. All right, gets on the brakes to come down pit road. Adam in behind him. Adam was on his roof.
Ooh.
Just way too high. Got in that
Adam
loose
for
stuff like I
sure.
mentioned. Oh,
Okay,
Ant was
hit
the
it
first one.
And then Raz hit it, then
And
Vuko.
Vuko,
then
Ricochet. Ricochet
actually
makes it.
barely made
Jordan
through.
doesn't. Pirate gets involved.
Mike made it through.
And then these guys make it off pit road.
Man,
Meanwhile, on the racetrack, Julia was going to cycle out to be the race leader. So she's driving around to come and catch the pace car here. And then I think the 99 and the 24 were going to go get their laps back because I think that they were off pit road before the pace car came back out on track. And then Balto just drives straight into the back of the 75.
You know what? Julia actually kind of stopped, and I don't think Balto... And then Nate for sure didn't know what to do because the track was blocked.
Well, Julia was coming to stop because the pace car was right there.
On board with Nate, the number 9 Worth Ford. As right up there, you see Balto drives into the back of the 75. And he comes straight down in front of Nate. I don't know what Balto was doing there.
He couldn't stop.
No, he had a full head of steam. There's no way he could stop.
Well, here we go.
Pace car comes in. Julia is out in front of this field. However, she runs 21st with a ton of damage on the back end after Balto ran over the back of her. Conrail in the 44 is the leader. These guys all tail into the lead lap as Julia will bring them down.
Slowly.
Very slowly.
Green flag.
And the green flag is out. We're back racing lap 64 of 92. We'll see how slow this 75 is. She actually sort of drives away from the 67.
He actually still has a little bit of speed on her.
Oh, she got a great jump, but
That's gonna settle in
speed
here.
is building,
Not
and the
too long.
68, 67's coming to the back bumper.
What sense of urgency does Conrail have back there in the pack to get around these lappers, or does he just kind of stay where
Well,
he
he
is?
has no clean air, so he's going to have to deal with being in this pack and hoping that none of these guys in front of him drive around like idiots.
Shockingly, Julia actually brought them back to the line in front of everybody. I thought she was going to be a sit and duck out there with all that damage on the back end of that 75. Such a shame for her and that team. They had put together 5 consecutive top 10 finishes, which is a POG Series record coming into this race. And she was running top 10 again, but it's not gonna come to fruition tonight.
Well, it's still possible, but the likelihood is it's no.
Brent driving around the outside.
We are driving like idiots now.
Now these positions, these passes for position, they are for position. They're just way back in the field on the tail end of the lead lap out there in front of the 44.
Brent's in a bad place.
It's kicked up to the outside, dropping back. As now here comes the leader. Conrail back there, 1 car length behind that 4.
I'm going to assume that Conrail is, I guess, okay. But, well, maybe not, because he's looking to maybe pass David.
If I were Conrail, I saw how they were racing each other a moment ago with the 4 on the fresh tires running over guys. Oh, Kriza moves underneath Dale. That was a smooth move.
It looks like it's going to work, too.
He's got him pinned up there behind the lapper. If he can keep him there, he should be all right.
Oh, there's a lot of jockeying around for position right now. That's all Conrail needs to see because he's pulling away from them.
Trying to run away with that Morgan McClure Motorsports number 4.
Oh, Kreisum is stuck. Oh, my.
As here comes Mello down to the inside. This will be a pass for what would be... Ooh, that was tight. Kreisum and Mello side drafting. Mello's trying to drive reverb up there to the front.
Mello's mine. I'm going to pass you.
Crazy almost said, no, you're not.
Oh,
this
boy.
field's so topsy-turvy as they run right now.
Oh, now Julia's starting to come. Oh, maybe not.
Now she's starting to fall back a little bit.
I think
That's Adam Irish, the 19, trying to drive past her.
I think what
Captain in that
Conrail's
14.
now, I hope what Conrail is hoping for is that a caution's going to come out, so it'll get all these guys out of the way. They're technically on the lead lap, so they'll go to the rear of the field.
That's what all those guys in front of him are hoping for as well, especially the 4 of David Garcia, who's being harassed right now by Conrail in that Caterpillar 44.
And David's on older tires compared to everyone else.
Yep, slightly older tires.
Early. Oh, God, I
That could be bad for Conrail, especially if he holds him up.
One of the
Like
big
that.
beneficiaries through all of this chaos that just went down under that caution flag was Ricochet was running about 18th, 19th, 20th. He settles in at 8th place here.
Yep.
Having a nice little run in that Big Bank Exotics Janet Guthrie throwback.
He needs
Literally,
something.
He was
He
the
needs
sole
anything.
survivor in that mess.
Ricochet currently 30th in points. Barely avoided hitting the end of that pit wall. Hoping to put together a good finish here today.
By the way, this is the likelihood of someone hitting that pit wall is still going to happen because every time when this race ends, they're going to hit that pit wall.
Yep.
They got to come down pit road. It's usually when a big old cluster of cars comes together at once that's when the problems arise.
And we will keep an eye on that, whoever wins this race. They're going to have a damaged car when they do a burnout.
Irish moves inside of Julia in that 75. That's the second and third place drivers in points. Julia second, Irish third. Now, Irish was only 4 points back of Julia coming into this race, so that's one position on track in favor of Irish, in addition to whatever points come with finishing position. So that looks like it'll be a pass to move Irish in front of Julia in points as we run right now.
And the funny thing is, with Adam out, Irish and Julia are still going to gain ground on Adam, either way. I don't know how much, though. We're going to have to find out at the end of the race.
Still Conrail and Alondo with 19 laps to go here.
Alonso
running around.
This fat belly right now. He wants to get it on Conrail.
And Dale in that 3 would love something to show for this season. Second to last in points, currently runs third. Pirate Motorsports has not had the speed that they had last year so far. They're still searching for it, and Dale is bringing it right now.
At least a podium, please.
Right now he has it.
From the team owner.
See a fourth wall. But going back to the top 5, Taco has been probably the most consistent out of all of them because he's been chilling there. He wants to get to the lead, but it might happen because Alondo's going to...
Alondo all over the back bumper of that 44. He's got to make sure Dale doesn't slip to the inside of him first, though.
Slide into his DMs.
Now, who was the driver of this throwback for Alondo's car? That's a Busch Series car, I believe.
That's a great question.
You know
I
what?
can't remember who it was.
I don't know.
Something's telling me Steve Grissom, but whenever I think about Xfinity cars, I always think Steve Grissom for some reason.
This car is actually very favorable to a lot of drivers because they say that 11 car is probably the most prettiest one out there.
Several people are of that persuasion. It's looking for the lead right now, though, as Conrail is still trapped in there behind the 4 of David Garcia.
The several people of persuasion, by the way, is just Nate. Nate.
Lap 76 in the books here. And once again, Alondo closes into the back bumper of the 44. It's a lot of 4s.
The 11 is a throwback to Rodney Combs.
That's who it is.
Okay. I wonder how David Garcia feels right now that he's holding up the lead pack.
Caution,
He's probably
caution,
screaming
caution,
for a
caution,
caution flag.
Yeah.
Caution.
And everybody out there in front of David as well. Captain in that 14. Julia, Irish, Trumpet, everybody that's out there in front of them are begging for a yellow flag as well so they can go ahead and catch back up with the back of the field and maybe start making some passes.
Brent dropped a lot of spaces. And I know that he's a lap down, but that car, I think, is cooked.
Conrail got around
Conrail
the
has
4.
gotten around the 4. That's going to be big because now the 11 has to deal with that 4, and Conrail might have a chance to drive away.
He's home free.
And it took Conrail a while to get around that 4.
Yeah, it did.
That could be the race if there's no other caution.
If they can't get around him, that very well could be. We've
Well,
seen this track work as a slinky so far today. We'll see if the 11's able to get a run off the corner here. He might look to the inside of that 4 car. He doesn't.
He could still get stuck behind the 14, and that would cause the 4 to catch up.
That is very true. He's gaining a lot of speed.
Oh,
What a run for
flying,
Conrail
He's
to the back bumper of Captain. Got to get through those 2 RJR cars in front of him.
The cat car might be good luck. Ooh, David got a little bit high on track.
Ooh, he might have
Almost up
kissed the
into the
wall
wall.
there.
Alondo wishes he would have gotten it because that would have put up the 4 up out of the way and the 11 could have driven by on the bottom. Probably brought the 3, the 50, and the 33 along with him. So there's 12 laps to go here at Darlington. Conrail's driven a very smart race so far. Hasn't put himself in any stupid situations. Just kind of runs his race and lets what comes will. Now he's running up there on the back bumper of that 14 of Captain once again. See, trying to get through this traffic, but if I were him right now, I'd be pretty comfortable. Got that nice little buffer behind them. David Garcia being Ryan Newman, holding up all the leaders back there. Mello might look to the inside of the 50 of Taco. Ooh. Not quite there.
He tried to do a crossover.
Mello might need some nitrox.
God.
This reminds me of when Kurt Busch did the Ricky Bobby throwback at Talladega in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. All of the references from that race.
Oh, I'm doing it for Mello, trust me.
Being summoned.
Oh, man.
Back up at the front. Conrail still trying to get around that 14 to Captain. Or maybe he's not trying to get around him, because look at how stacked up that 4 car has them back there behind the leader. Because behind the 4, it's lead lap, lead lap, lead lap, lead lap, lead lap. All of the leaders back there.
What in the world is going on back there?
Nothing.
What did you see?
This race is
boring.
Conrail fell off.
Conrail fell off the back bumper. And now the 11 might have it run down to the inside of the 4 if he chooses to take it. Take it, Alondo. Take it. Can't do it. Unless he can get a good run on exit of 2. And here comes Dale with a good run off the exit of turn 2. It's a race for second right now with less than 10 laps to go here in the Hooters Southern 100. It's just a matter of who's going to get it. That Pirate Motorsports podium is in jeopardy as the 50 of Taco is driving all over the back bumper of him.
It would happen again.
Dale's pushing Alondo off into the corner saying, come on, slide him.
I'm starting to think that David and Conrail had a pact.
The 2 yellow cars and making a deal.
2 yellow cars.
Something to do with the number 4.
Both yellow, both 4.
Conrail's driven back up to the bumper of that 14 of Captain. Once again, though, it's going to be tough to get around him. Conrail absolutely dominant so far in this race.
Look at the snake that's behind Conrail. They're all trapped because of
all of the leaders.
And this only gets worse because of David's older tires.
At this point, I don't know if it matters if the 4 gets passed or not. I think that 44's got it made. He's out in front. He's got a 2-second lead over Alondo. Just chilling as Alondo makes a dive to the inside of the 4. Here it comes. He might have a move. He's there. He's to the inside of David Garcia. He's got only a handful of laps left to do it. And that's if he completes the pass. He's not going to do it.
Oh, he's there, though.
David's going to get that run on the high side, I think. He doesn't. All right. Now the race is on. I don't think that he has anywhere near enough time to catch the 44 of Conrail, but Alondo is clear of that 4 of David Garcia.
David is now the new king insect. By a mile.
Yeah, Alondo's going to have to make up like 3 seconds. I don't see it happening.
He's going to need a mistake from that 44 of Conrail up there. And look at what that did for the leaders. That's bringing all of them with underneath that 4. Now Julia has been passed by Conrail. Both Captain and Conrail got around that 75. Let's see what kind of inroads they're able to make on the leaders here as they come back around to complete this lap. There's only about 4 laps to go here left in this race, so if they're going to do something, they're going to need to do it now.
And
Let's
even
see
if the caution
here.
were to come out, it wouldn't matter because the caution coming out would end the race.
313. 280, they made ground,
that's
but it's not going to be enough.
And they've got Julia to deal with.
Now it's Alondo begging, pleading that Captain holds up this 44 or finds some way to put him in the wall so that they can make up this time. But they're coming around to see 3 laps to go. I don't think there's time. Let's see what the gap drops to now as they come back around. Conrail across the line now, and Alondo now 328.
Oh,
wow, Conrail drove away that lap.
I think the 44's got this.
44. Conrail looking to score a first career win. It could be 3 straight first career wins. We had Mello at Watkins Glen. We had Adam at Talladega. And now it's looking like it's going to be Conrail's day to get it done in Darlington.
It's coming to 2 to go.
Cross the stripe this time. There's 2 laps to go in this Hooters Southern 100. And it's Conrail 3 and a bit seconds out in the lead of this race. Oh, yeah, almost 4 seconds. He's got it made.
He's got it made.
So long as he doesn't stuff it in the fence in the last 2 laps, he's going to have his first checkered flag, and it's going to come in a crown jewel race.
I don't know what that 44 team did, but oh boy, this thing is hooked up.
It's
Off of turn 4 for the second to last time, Conrail's going to see the white flag here at Darlington for the Hooters Southern 100. Only one more time around this famous short track here in South Carolina.
It's not a short track.
Close enough. Conrail in there behind Captain in that number 14. 14 one lap or tail end of the lead lap, but he has nothing to worry about. 3 1/4 seconds up on the second place driver down the back straightaway for the final time. Off into turn number 3. Conrail ran so poorly last year, but this season he's going to score his first career win in the crown jewel. Conrail wins the Hooters Southern 100 at the Darlington Raceway in a dominant drive. Alondo, how many seconds back is it going to be?
324.
280. That's the closest he got. Alondo finishes almost 3 seconds back in second place. Dale gets Pirate Motorsports a podium finish in third place. Taco finishes 4th. Kreesum, a career best 5th place finish today here at Darlington. Great job for that team. Mello finishes 6th. Sean is 7th. Mike Council 8th. Ricochet finishes 9th. And Dockett is 10th. And here they come to pit road. Julia makes it. And it's on. Here they all come. Oh, they get it stopped. Only 3. Only the top 3.
Well, maybe not. We'll see. Here, like ants, like fire ants. David. Oh, there's more coming. Oops.
All these guys that were tail
Hit
end.
the brakes, Buford.
Let's see here.
Oh,
Lattimore is going to hit it.
Oh my God, you're kidding me.
And the only clean RJR car to finish this race will be Captain. Thank you for tuning in to the Hooters Southern 100 here from the Darlington International Raceway. Congratulations to Conrail and that whole 44 team on scoring their first career victory. And make sure that you join us next time. We're going to head out to the Auto Club Short Track in California for the Big Bank Exotics 125. Until then, I'm Jordan here along with Captain Pirate and Nate. We'll catch you next time.
All right.